G'day and welcome back to The Ground Gives Way. Now, I've got high hopes for this one. This is actually attempt number 4 since my last one. So already we're doing a bit better. We've actually survived. And we've got a fairly easy enemy to deal with. So I've only got a 30% chance to hit this guy. But I know he only needs one hit. There we go. Let's have a look around and see what we've got. So a teleberry. These are good to get yourselves out of a sort of sticky situation. They will actually teleport me. It looks like 5 slots, and it's at random, I believe. But sometimes that's just what you need to get away. We found this dark scroll. Now, I didn't get a chance to go into these in the last, in the first sort of let's have a quick look. So, scrolls add status effects, generally speaking. They do a few other things as well, but we don't know what they'll do until we use them. If I find another dark scroll, and I'll use it just to see we know more about the dungeon. So I've managed to... It actually just ended up being a map. So I know more about the dungeon, so I know exactly what's happening here. I know that there's a portal there. I only know that because I've seen one of those before. We know that there's some stuff sort of down here. But overall, this level doesn't seem to have a lot in it. I'll be interested to go into these rooms and see if there's any actual items in there as well. And see if that's something that pops up. There are items. So it doesn't actually show me the items. I can see a dog over there. I don't really want to wake him up. But if we go a little bit closer, so my noise is 7. So if I go tap close, and you can see that that's just turned red. So we can't hear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I move one more slot, I'll actually wake that dog up. So I'm not really interested in doing that. So we'll just leave him be. And if we find some weapons to sort of deal with that guy, then we'll... I don't want to go down yet. If we find some weapons to deal with that guy, then we might go back and see what we can do. So this is a bit of a treasure trove in here. We've got some blunt arrows. We've got... So you can see the items are all listed up here of what I can see. And the fungus, which is the F here, he won't move. I'll just highlight him. A smelly and slimy fungus that seems to be alive. And if we click X to examine, it'll just tell me he can't move, he never sleeps, he's got a permanent immunity to confusion, permanent immunity to diseases, and, and he's vulnerable to fire. He's got magic, so if he ever attacks me or goes for me, he's always going to hit, and he's actually going to disease me, which will slowly drain my stats. The only way to get rid of that temporary sort of status modifier is to rest. So I don't really want to do that if I can avoid it. And he'll generally only hit me if I get too close. But, I mean, in terms of money, I've done fairly well as a start. But I'll just leave those items there, just in case there's something better. So, the rusty pickaxe. This adds a very interesting mechanic to the game. Oopsie days, we'll just kill that ice worm there that popped out of the rock. So what I'm doing is actually checking out these trash piles and rock piles. Sometimes they hold excellent things. We've got a rusty iron shield. Well, let's open up this other trash pile. We've got a broken amulet. So what does a broken amulet do? Broken amulet does nothing. And potentially I can fix it. So let's wear it anyway. I don't have a problem with that. We don't want to equip the rusty pickaxe as a weapon as such. I wouldn't mind equipping the shield. And we'll put the rocks in hand. It does actually reduce my my missile ability, but at least now I have a way to hit guys that are sort of at a distance. Now, if I notice something in particular that that shows off how to use the pickaxe, I will. Oh, I'm just reading that now, and that was an empty fountain. Let me check my messages. We can hit Z, go to messages, and can we page up through that? No. So that wasn't a... I was saying that was a portal, but it's not. It was actually an empty fountain. It probably healed me. It probably did something along those lines. So I'm aggroing the dog because I'm in a position now where I've got a little bit of block, and he's less likely to be able to hit me. So you can see here, he's only got a 30% chance to hit me now, and I've got a 50% chance. So the likelihood is that I'll end up beating him, but it's all random rolls, so there's no guarantee that I'll take him out. That didn't go too well. I went down to 3 HP there, but we did take out the dog and we did get access to that potion. Now, I'm thinking of resting, but before I do, I'm going to drink this potion and see what it does. And I've just consumed a greater healing potion, and it's just healed me back up. So now, I don't need to rest. Let's pick up that bright potion. So whenever I pick up a new potion now, I'll actually know that it's a potion of healing. If I pick up or find that particular potion again. I'm going to go down to this next level. Let's see how we go. We can go and attack that fungus back there, but I'm not all that interested in doing that. I'm going to lure him in here, and that way I can lock him in. Stop him from getting anywhere. There we go. So let's see what we've got. We found it. We can see another broken amulet hiding over here. We can see shimmering water. Now sometimes shimmering water has items and things underneath it, but if we go in there we'll actually hurt ourselves. Occasionally there's ways to get access to those areas. You can either drain the water sometimes. Another way is to get a potion of water breathing and make your way through that way. This blue thing here is actually an arrow slit, so I can see through there, and through there I can see a jeweler. And I know that I've got a broken amulet. So let's attack this goblin a little bit. I don't want him to run away from me. And he's just triggered a trap. Excellent. Better he triggers the trap than me. Rusty pickaxe, wooden sword. Does reduce my resistance to fire, but it also increases my block, so I will equip that. Let's talk to our jeweler. Okay, I can upgrade the broken amulet. And it'll cost me 1,500. Okay, that might take a while to do. We'll see if we can actually do anything about that. With a bit of luck, I'll find some more cash. So we've got some grass, we've got some shallow water. I can walk over shallow water safely without hurting myself. And actually walking over that water increases my resistance to fire. So that's pretty good. We'll check out this leather arm guard. It increases my ability to shoot, so we'll definitely equip that. All we need now is a bow. Oh, what did I run into there? I rummaged through the rocks. That was good. We'll do that as well there. So we're actually at a stage now where we're not doing too bad. We probably need to rest in a little bit to get our HP back up. We've got a fair bit of gold. We know that there's a merchant here, and we're starting to get our stats up so that our block is becoming something that we can rely on. Frozen meat. Now I need to find a campfire if I'm to use that frozen meat. We've picked up another broken amulet. There's some water there. So I can actually walk through that deep water, but it will damage me to do so. Not something I'm really all that interested in doing just at this stage. Rod of acid rain. My god. Okay. Let's just wait for him to come to us. pick up this Rod of Acid Rain. So rods are another thing. You always know what they're going to do, and often they have an area effect. So in this case, the Rod of Acid Rain will target monsters. Sometimes it does, okay, over all visible monsters. So Acid Rain pours over all visible monsters. So if I use this rod, it'll damage everything in a room. And generally speaking, I think you can only use them once, and then you have to rest before you're actually able to use them again. So that's actually a very good item. We'll have to keep moving around. If I ever find an ability to do water breathing, I'll definitely check out this area over here. But at this stage, we're just going to have to make our way down to level 3. So stuck wooden door. Stuck wooden doors are interesting. If I try this, we may get through and I won't have to explain anything, but there we go. You don't manage to get it open. This doesn't mean I'll never be able to get through this door. Sometimes there's enemies on the other side that will try and break their way out. The other way of getting through there is resting and trying again, essentially the next day. So if I rest, it'll give me a chance to give that another go. And in fact, I'll show that to you. We'll press Z and we'll rest. So that's used up a food, and that'll drop down in just a tick. There we are. And now I can actually try opening this door again. And this time it's actually broken open, which is quite lucky. If your food's at 0 and you can't rest, you'll always be able to get through these doors. So the idea is that you break through it in desperation, regardless of what the situation is. So let's have a look in here. We've got a rusty hand axe and a river crab. Let's have a look at our river crab. He's got a permanent resistance to cold. He's got permanent water breathing. He'll only do 1 damage. Through experience, I know that they have a little bit of armor. And we've got an eye here as well. He's flying. They tend to not move very much. A soul eye floating in the middle of the air. Its gaze can suck the energy out of you. So I have a funny feeling he'll either drain HP or potentially mana as well. So I won't attack him, but I will get close enough to pick up this hand axe and move away. And let's have a look at our rusty hand axe. It'll reduce my magic again. It'll reduce my melee, which I'm not interested in doing. It'll reduce my block. So there's nothing good about this rusty hand axe. I will hold on to it just in case, because you can fix them up if you find a grindstone. Same with this rusty pickaxe as well. So we'll hold on to what we're doing. We've still got our wooden sword. I'm happy to just keep holding on to that because it gives me that extra block. So damage the crab. We'll go again. He's blocked and hit me. He's hit me again. Let's just have a look at the percentages here. So I've got a 40% chance to hit, and they have a 30% chance to hit. We should be able to take him out. So you saw how when I hit him, the river crab is not hurt, 1 armor. So that meant his armor got rolled against, and he was able to block that piece of damage that I did to him. So I'd move ever so slightly faster than the river crab. And we've killed that animated claw that ran in the way. Looks like the animated claw busted through this door here. I'm actually going to close this door in case this river crab gets around me. I'll just let him move. Now, there's no reason for me to come back into this room again. I can try to attack that river crab and take him out, but there's no point in getting damaged if I don't need to. So what I can do is just hit the side of the wall here and close the door. And that way I can leave him there and not worry about him. The reason why I've closed him in is that if I rest, he'll actually replenish all his health as well and become a problem for me. But yeah, just leaving him in that room is probably the easiest way to deal with him. So let's check out this wardrobe. Sometimes these hold clothes. Oh, we've got a headband. Let's see what that does. Wow, okay, so we've got... It increases my missile by 2, which means I've got a pretty good chance of hitting people with these rocks. Ideally, if I can, I'll find a sling. And we'll be able to make our way even further into the dungeon. Jeweled wand will definitely pick that up. There is a limit to the inventory. If I fill up this area, then it's full. And I need to start dropping things if I want to carry any more. Aha! Now there's actually a magic portal. So let's let this guy come towards me. Excellent. And an amulet of bloodlust. This will be excellent. Let's see here. I gained bloodlust of 25%. Now this is something that got added in the 5th release. I have had something that's had bloodlust before, but I'm actually not 100% sure on what it does. I presume... Well, you know what? I'll have to look it up and find out. So, once I went into this room, I'm noticing that this wall here keeps changing colour, and if I look over to features over here, I can see that there's a mysterious vein. Now, a mysterious vein can't be accessed unless you have a pickaxe. And out of it I've mined 19 rocks. I have had one particular game where I was able to afford a diamond pickaxe, and every time I mined one of those mysterious veins, it gave me quite sort of precious stones, and I was able to afford quite a lot of good gear when I came across the merchants. Actually, we'll put our wooden sword back in before I forget. And here we are, we found our exit. So I'm still going to have a little bit of a look around. Got another magic portal here, we might as well turn it on. Got another wardrobe in front of me. Green tunic. Definitely pick up that piece of meat. Green tunic. Melee +1. There's no reason not to put that in. Opening barrels, sometimes they have good things in it, sometimes they just have enemies, and sometimes they have nothing, like in this case, so we don't really need to go any further with that. This cold fungus, I'm actually just going to leave him alone. We've managed to search the entire level, and we've actually got a pretty good haul at this stage. We've got our headband, which, let's just highlight that. We've got a headband which gives us a increase to our ranged attack. We've got an amulet of bloodlust. We've got a wooden sword. We've got our rusty iron shield, which is not too bad. We've got our green tunic, which gives us a little bit more melee. We've got our leather arm guard, which gives us a little bit more to our ranged attack, and we've got our ranged weapon, which is just chucking rocks at dudes. Okay, an armored goblin. These guys can be sometimes a little bit tough. Oh, let's see what we can do. So I'm attacking the armored goblin for 50%, and he's only getting me for 30%. Chances are we'll do okay in this battle, but the averages don't always play out. It looks like he's got a bit more armor than me as well, so sometimes when I'm hitting him, I'm actually not getting through that armor. So 1, 0. So you saw there, when I went into him, 0 flashed up on top of him. That meant I got through his armor. I mean, I got through his block, but then he blocked that 1 point with his armor there. You can see it. The armored goblin is not hurt. 1 armor. And now I've hit him again and he's fleeing. So I've got a couple of options here. I've got my jeweled wand, which I could potentially shoot at him, or I could throw a rock at him, which I'll do, and manage to take him out. Excellent. Sometimes they drop gear. I haven't seen that happen too much, but it does happen on occasion. Let's probably rest, I think. Actually, before we rest, sometimes meat and things go off, so we'll actually eat our meat. And then we'll... Oh, I've coated my wooden sword with potion of resist elements. Dang, I would have liked to have drunk that. Oh well. Let's go Z and rest. You fall asleep and dream strange dreams. When you wake up, you realize you are somewhere else. You must have been sleepwalking. Sometimes strange things happen. Oh god, we got teleported all the way over there. Strange things happen sometimes when you sleep. Sometimes merchants show up. I mean, there's a whole variety of things that can happen. So let's see through here. Keep moving our way up. We found a pearl. And a mysterious vein. Let's use our rusty pickaxe. Malachite. Excellent. What I want to do is go back to that, back to the merchant and upgrade my amulet. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it back. A torn scroll, we'll pick that up. We'll see what we can do. What is this ice wall? Generally, ice walls behind there is going to be a whole bunch of guys I probably don't want to deal with. So I'll just leave that to it at the moment. I really want to get back and upgrade my item if I can. Here we go. Okay, there's a bat in here. Well, let's take him out. Oh, he's doing a fair whack on me. What's the percentages looking like? I've got a chance of 30% to hit the bat, and he's got a chance of 40%. So let's just keep seeing what we can do. So he's running away from me now. And we'll just let him go. Go upstairs, and we'll head over to our friendly merchant, the jeweler. So I can upgrade my Amulet of Bloodlust, and I think I will do that. It doesn't look like I can upgrade it again. Let's see what we got upgraded to. Let's have a look at our items. So we've got an Amulet of Bloodthirst. So nothing in the description there. But it's put my Bloodlust up, whatever that is, to 50%. So hopefully, I just don't know what it means. It probably means when I'm damaged something happens. But what I'll do is I'll actually cut the video there. And I'll have a look up and find out what Bloodlust means. But until next time, wish me luck, and I'll see you later.